God says your miracle will happen in 2 minutes after you see this secret. It's only for you. A good news is coming to your house this Friday. You always skip God. You're not seeing this by accident. What you're hearing right now is not just a message, it's a divine moment. If you skip this, you might miss the one thing you've been praying for. Yes, your breakthrough, your miracle, your answered prayer is tied to what's being revealed right now. It's not random. It's not coincidence. Heaven has aligned this moment with your heart's cry, and if you close your eyes to it now, you may walk away, still carrying a burden that was meant to break off today. God says this secret is personal. It's for you, and the miracle is closer than you think. Comment Amen to affirm what your heart already knows deep inside. God has been watching how you've been holding on, even with tears in your eyes. He saw you sit in silence when you felt ignored. He saw you clench your hands in prayer, even when your faith felt like it was slipping. This word is coming at the right time. You didn't miss your moment. You're standing on the edge of it. Your miracle is already on the way, and it will begin to manifest in 2 minutes after you see this. That breakthrough, it's already been dispatched. The good news that's coming this Friday, it has your name on it, and no one can stop it. You've been skipping God, not because you meant to, but because life has pulled you in so many directions. And yet, even when you've forgotten to pray, God never stopped protecting you. Even when you didn't call His name, He still whispered yours. Even when you looked for love in empty places, His love remained full and overflowing. And now He's calling you back, not to scold you, but to remind you who you really are. You are His child. You are favored, you are not forgotten. If this has already touched your heart, like this video just once, not for me, but as a symbol that you're claiming what's yours. You're saying, God, I receive it. You think it's over, that the disappointment from last week, the silence in your prayer room, the delay in your dreams means God has passed you by, but He hasn't. The reason you're seeing this now is because He is still working. The storm that was supposed to ruin you is actually setting the stage for your next chapter. The betrayal you thought broke you, it's what freed you from what was never meant to stay. The loneliness you hated, it prepared you to hear Him clearly again. Comment 1111 if you believe divine timing is at work in your life. This is the secret. God didn't forget you. He was preparing you. The delay was not denial. The silence was not absence. The wait was your transformation. What felt like an unanswered prayer was actually heaven making room for something far bigger. He was removing people, places, and habits that were never part of your destiny. You thought it was punishment, but it was pruning. You thought He was gone, but He was working the whole time behind the scenes. And now, the shift has come. This is your moment to believe again. Even when logic says it's impossible. Even when your past says you'll only be hurt again. Even when your bank account, your broken heart, and your doubts try to convince you otherwise. God says, this miracle will begin in 2 minutes, not because you earned it, but because He promised it, and He is not a man that He should lie. Every tear you cried, He bottled. Every night you stayed awake in fear, He recorded, and now He is moving on your behalf. There's a reason this week has felt heavier, a reason your mind has been clouded and your heart restless. Because right before the breakthrough, the enemy gets loud. He tries to confuse you, distract you, make you think God is late, but He is not. God is on time. And this time, what He's bringing to your house this Friday will not just be a moment of joy, it will be a testimony you carry for years. There is protection over your home. Angels are already in place. You're not just going to receive a blessing, you are going to carry the presence of God in a way that shifts your entire atmosphere. Depression won't stay. Lack won't stay. The fear that's tried to keep you small will not win this time. This miracle is tailor-made for you, and it's coming quickly. You may not feel worthy, you may feel too broken, but God doesn't choose the perfect. He perfects the chosen, and you have been chosen, not because you have it all together, but because you didn't quit, because you still looked up, even with your hands trembling. That's what heaven honors. That's what moves the heart of God. Remember what he said, the miracle will begin in 2 minutes. And this isn't about luck, it's about alignment. God is saying, I have seen enough, I have heard enough, and now I will do what only I can do. So don't let doubt talk you out of it. Don't let fear convince you to scroll past this. Stay, listen, receive. The blessing isn't just coming for you, it's coming for your family, for your children, for the generations after you. The battles you faced were not just for today, they were for the legacy you're building. The enemy tried to take you out, not because of your past, but because of your future. And now that you've made it this far, nothing can stop what God is about to release. Hold on to this. You are still here for a reason. There were things you went through that should have ended you. Situations that should have drowned your spirit, but here you are, breathing, watching, listening. That's proof enough. Proof that purpose still surrounds you, that heaven is not done, that favor still rests on your name. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. The secret isn't just that your miracle is on the way. The real secret is that the miracle is already in motion. You just couldn't see it yet, but now that your eyes are opening, your heart will begin to feel it. The weight will begin to lift. The peace will start to return. And suddenly by Friday, the news you receive will make you fall to your knees in awe. Let your faith rise again, even if it's only a little. That's all God needs, just a mustard seed. That small yes, that small whisper that says, I trust you. And when you give him that, the doors begin to open. The phone call comes, the situation shifts, the healing begins. The peace floods in, and if you're wondering, why me? Here's your answer. Because God saw your pain, because you've suffered in silence and still chose love, because you didn't let the darkness win. That's why this is for you. That's why the miracle is yours. Comment 222 if you trust that this is already unfolding in your life. He's not late. He's not ignoring you. He's been preparing the perfect moment to reveal his power in a way that no one can deny, not even you. And when it happens, you'll know, because everything will align. Peace will rush in like a wave. And you'll feel the presence of God so strong it will silence every fear. It's a preparation. The very thing that's been pressing you down is about to be flipped into the very thing that lifts you up. The storm you're in isn't where your story ends. It's where God shows you who he really is. Don't scroll past this. If you do, you might walk away still carrying what heaven was trying to lift off your shoulders. This miracle that's about to happen, yes, it's real, and it's specific to you. You're not reading this because of luck or timing. It's because heaven has been trying to get your attention. You ask God to show you a sign, and this is it. The miracle isn't delayed. It's been waiting on your heart to open again. The door has always been ready to swing wide, but you needed to be ready to walk through it. You may feel tired, worn down, on the verge of letting go. But hear this: God has not taken his eyes off you, even when you were in the pit, even when you were surrounded by doubt, even when everything you touched seemed to fall apart. He was with you, still is, and now he's moving things in your favor, quietly, powerfully, unshakably. And very soon, the things that made you cry will become the very things that make you shout with joy. Comment 333 to declare your faith right now. The enemy has been busy trying to steal your focus. You've been hit with distractions, delays, doubts. You've questioned your worth. You've questioned whether God still sees you. But now the Spirit of God is saying, I have not forgotten the promise I made to you. The promise is still alive. The vision is still in motion. The miracle hasn't been cancelled. It's just been rerouted to a better time, and that time is now. You were never meant to fight this battle alone. That pain you've been hiding, God knows. That fear you keep pushing down, He's seen it. And His love for you has never wavered. You are still His, still covered, still protected. No curse, no failure, no shame can undo what God has already spoken over you. You are not disqualified. You are chosen, chosen for such a time as this. There are things shifting even now in the spirit realm. The heaviness you've been carrying, it's being lifted. The confusion that's clouded your mind, it's being cleared. The chains that have bound your progress, they're breaking. Not tomorrow, not next month, but now. Because when God says 2 minutes, He means it. And when He says good news is coming to your house this Friday, He doesn't lie. This isn't about hype. It's about truth, real truth. You were made for more than just survival. You were made to walk in authority, in boldness, in favor, not because of who you are, but because of who your Father is. The King of Kings has written your name on His palm, and everything that's tried to come against you, it has to bow at His feet. There is someone reading this who thinks they've messed up too badly to receive this miracle. You think you've gone too far. But God says, my grace is bigger than your failure. He's not looking at your past. He's looking at your heart. And your heart has been aching for Him, even if your mouth hasn't been able to form the words. This is your moment to return. Not to religion, but to relationship, to love, to peace, to Him. Comment 555 if you're claiming peace and restoration over your life. The reason the attacks increased lately is because the enemy knows something is coming. He can sense the shift even when you can't. But instead of giving in to fear, it's time to lift your head and stand on the promise. You weren't built to crumble. You were built to overcome, and not by your strength, but by God's strength in you. You've survived what others couldn't. You've endured betrayal, loss, silence, and uncertainty. And even when your faith flickered, you didn't let it die out. That's why God is honoring you now. That's why the miracle is near. It's not a maybe, it's not a chance, it's a certainty, and it's only a breath away. Let this be the day your faith rises, even if it's just a little. That little is enough. That's all God needs to step in and do what only He can do. Your miracle doesn't need your perfection. It just needs your yes. Yes to believing again. Yes to trusting again. Yes to standing when it feels easier to fall. And when you give God that yes, everything changes. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The news coming to your house this Friday, it won't be normal. It will be something that stirs your soul. Something that restores what you lost. Something that makes you cry, but this time in awe. And you'll know without a doubt that God was in it, that He never left you, that He's still writing your story. So take heart. Don't let what you see make you forget what God said. What He promised, He will perform. And what He's performing will leave you speechless. Every delay was divine. Every setback was set up. Every heartbreak was a hidden doorway to healing. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was for nothing. It all had purpose. You've been stretched, not broken, pressed, not crushed. And now, like a seed buried deep, you are about to rise. The light is breaking through. The earth is moving. The winds are shifting. And your name is being spoken in rooms you've never even walked into yet. This Friday will mark something new. It's not just good news. It's a divine turn. Stay grounded. Stay expectant. Keep your heart open, because you're going to need it open to receive all that's coming. Don't block the blessing with old pain. Let it go. Release it to God. He's big enough to handle it, and He's gentle enough to heal you through it. This is your time. There is a new sound over your life, the sound of chains falling, the sound of doors opening, the sound of joy returning. God is saying, this is what I've been preparing you for, not to barely make it, but to flourish, to rise, to carry His light into dark places, and to finally receive the miracle you almost gave up on. That's why it hurts so much lately. That's why it's been heavy. Because you're on the edge of everything changing, and the enemy is terrified of who you are becoming. You may not see it yet, but you've been growing in the dark. Every tear watered your roots. Every sleepless night built resilience in you. The things that tried to bury you didn't know you were a seed, and now you're about to rise in ways that even you won't be able to explain. God is not asking you to figure it all out. He's asking you to trust that He already has. Comment 1212 if you're believing God has already made a way. What you've been waiting for isn't far. It's already on the way. The answers are in motion. The healing has already started. The open doors have already been unlocked. All that's left is for your heart to align with it. God doesn't delay out of neglect. He delays to prepare. And now, both you and the promise are ready. That's why this moment matters. That's why heaven had to make sure you didn't miss it. This is not just a nice word to make you feel better. This is a wake-up call from the one who formed you. You're not forgotten. You're not invisible. Every cry that no one else heard, He heard. Every time you said, God, I can't do this anymore, He listened, and instead of letting go of you, He held on tighter, because He knew you'd make it. And now that you've come this far, nothing can stop what's coming next. This Friday, you will see what you've been praying for. Maybe not in the exact form you imagined, but in the way you need it most. It will come with peace. It will come with confirmation. It will come with joy that runs deeper than the pain that's been surrounding you. Your home is being marked with favor. Heaven is moving into your space. You've made room by surviving. Now it's time to receive. God is breaking cycles that have followed your family for years. Cycles of fear, of lack, of rejection, of abandonment. They end with you. That's why it's been harder for you than for others. That's why you've had to fight battles in silence, because you weren't just fighting for yourself. You've been standing in the gap for the ones who came before you and the ones who will come after. And heaven is honoring that. You're not behind. You're not late. You're right on time with heaven's calendar. You thought the missed opportunities meant you failed, but God was only waiting until the room was cleared of what wasn't meant to be there. Now, the stage is set. The doors are opening. The oil is flowing again. Your spirit is being revived. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something you've never seen before. Comment 777 if you believe this is your season of completion and divine order. Don't let the weariness fool you. That tired feeling in your soul. It's not because you're weak. It's because you've been wrestling with something spiritual. The pressure hasn't been from failure. It's been from the weight of the promise. But now, God is lifting that weight. He's replacing it with peace, with clarity, with a steady heart that doesn't panic when things don't go your way. You're about to move in a new rhythm, one that's guided by grace, not striving. The voices in your mind telling you it's too late, that you've missed your chance, they're lying. God says nothing is lost in His hands. He restores time. He redeems what was broken. He brings beauty from ashes. And He's about to do that for you in ways that will shock the very people who thought you were done. They're about to witness a comeback that only heaven could write. The reason you've felt pressure is because you're being positioned. God is placing you where your voice, your story, and your faith will break chains for others. Your pain wasn't pointless. It gave you depth, compassion, wisdom. And now, it's going to give you access, not to show off, but to show what God can do through someone who stayed faithful even in the dark. You may feel ordinary, but there is nothing ordinary about what's on your life. You carry the fingerprints of the Creator. You carry favor that can't be explained. That's why people left. That's why things fell apart. That's why doors slammed in your face. Because God was making sure that only what's aligned with Him can come with you into this next season. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You've been holding on when everything around you said to let go, and that counts, that matters. Your faith has been louder than your fear, even if only by a whisper, and that whisper reached heaven. That's why your name is being spoken in divine places right now. That's why the miracle is scheduled. That's why this Friday is different. If you could only see what's being written about you in heaven right now, you would never doubt again. Angels have been assigned to your name. Protection surrounds you. Provision is chasing you down. Goodness and mercy are walking right beside you. You may feel surrounded, but you're actually shielded, covered, chosen. You've cried alone long enough. You've doubted long enough. You've questioned if you missed it too many times. But now, God is silencing the lies. He's lifting the shame. He's placing a robe of righteousness on your shoulders and calling you by your true name, redeemed, loved, seen, empowered. This is your time to believe again, not based on what you feel, but based on who He is. He is still the God who split the sea, who raised the dead, who made water flow from a rock, who speaks, and it is so. That same God is standing beside you now, saying, I'm not done with you. I'm just getting started. You don't need to see him to know he's near. His presence is surrounding you like a quiet fire, clearing the way, burning away what doesn't belong. This is not the end. It's a sacred pause before the power of God shows up in full force in your life. Do not walk away now. You've come too far. The miracle is closer than ever, and heaven will not let you miss it. Some of you are barely hanging on. You're walking through your days with a smile on your face and exhaustion in your soul. You're doing what needs to be done, but deep down you're wondering if God has forgotten you. He hasn't. He's been closer than the air in your lungs. You may have felt abandoned, but you've never been alone. The hands that shape the universe are the same hands carrying you through this very moment. You're not forgotten. You are fiercely loved. Comment 999 if you believe God is carrying you right now. The enemy has been loud lately, whispering lies into your mind, telling you that it's over, that nothing will change, that you've prayed for too long without seeing results. But those lies are about to be silenced by the voice of God. His voice is not chaotic or cruel. It comes like stillness, like peace, like truth that breaks through confusion. He is reminding you now, the delay was not a denial, it was protection. You weren't waiting in vain. You were being hidden until the right moment. And this right here, right now, is the moment. God is saying to you, I have seen what you've endured. I have watched the nights you cried alone. I have felt your heart when it broke into pieces, and I never turned away. I was storing every tear, preparing every promise, watching over every second. Your pain has not been wasted. Every ounce of it will be turned into purpose. Every loss will lead to a gain. Every rejection will lead to redirection. And what's coming next will make it all make sense. The good news that's about to reach your home this Friday is not just a message, it's a manifestation. It's the physical evidence of what God has already released in the Spirit. You felt it stirring. You've sensed something shifting. That's not your imagination. That's your spirit picking up on what heaven is releasing. And it's coming. Ready or not, it's on its way. You didn't miss it. You haven't run out of time. What God has for you is still yours. It was never based on your perfection, only on His promise. He is not looking for your performance. He is looking for your surrender. Your willingness to believe one more time. Your quiet, simple trust that says, even now, I still believe. That's where the power is. Not in loud declarations, but in that quiet faith that keeps breathing even when everything around says it's over. You've been wondering why the attacks increased the closer you got to this week. It's because the enemy sees what's coming even before you do. He knows your miracle is near, so he's been trying to confuse you, distract you, and wear you out. But God says, stand still. The battle is not yours, it's mine. You won't have to fight this next part. You'll only need to be still and watch as he moves mountains in front of your eyes. Comment 1010 if you're choosing to stand still and let God fight for you. This Friday isn't just another date on the calendar. It's marked, set apart, covered in glory. What's arriving at your door may not look the way you expected, but it will be exactly what your soul has needed. A breakthrough you can touch, a blessing you can feel, a shift you can't deny. The God of miracles is not done, He's not tired, and He's not too late. He's arriving on time with joy in His arms and healing in His wings. Your story is not finished, not even close. You're about to step into chapters filled with answered prayers, unexpected favor, and peace that surpasses all understanding. You won't have to chase it, it will find you. Because when God speaks a word over your life, nothing can stop it. Not time, not fear, not failure. It will come to pass. You are not just surviving, you are rising. You are shaking off the dust of disappointment and stepping into divine alignment. You don't need to understand how it will happen. You just need to keep walking. God doesn't need your map, He needs your trust. And the more you trust Him, the more you'll see doors open that no one can shut. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple, 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. Heaven has heard you, earth is responding, your spirit is awakening. The weight is turning into a win. You didn't come this far just to watch everyone else be blessed. You have a promise too, and it's not small, it's not ordinary, it's something that will shift your atmosphere. Something that will bless others through you. This is bigger than you thought, and it's closer than you know. This is a holy moment. Don't downplay it. Don't treat it like just another word. God is speaking directly to your heart. He's saying, I never left, I never stopped working, and I'm still the God of miracles. Watch what I'm about to do in your life. Hold that. Believe that. Live like it's already on the way. The winds are changing. The spiritual climate is shifting. The things that used to hold you down are losing their grip. The chains are falling. The old fear is breaking. The lies are losing power. And your soul is waking up to the truth. It's your time. You are chosen. You are loved. You are about to see what you've been praying for, not just hear about it. See it. Touch it. Live in it. Don't be afraid to believe again. Let your heart hope again. It's safe now. God has surrounded you. He's laid a table before you, even in the presence of everything that tried to take you out. Your cup is about to overflow. Your dry places are about to be filled. Your closed doors are about to swing wide open. He's been getting closer while you've been falling apart. You've been looking for answers, but God is the one looking at you, waiting for your heart to open enough to let Him move freely. And now, because you've stayed through the silence, the disappointment, the loneliness, the breakthrough is being released. What's coming is not just change, it's restoration, the kind only God can bring. You're not behind, you haven't failed, and you are not cursed. Let that sink in. What happened to you wasn't proof that God was punishing you, it was proof that God was protecting you. He didn't let that door open because He saw what was on the other side. He didn't let that person stay because they were never meant to carry the weight of your destiny. The losses weren't losses in His eyes. They were shifts, strategic removals, divine detours. And now, because you stayed faithful even when you were confused, you're about to receive what only faith can unlock. Comment 1515 if you believe God is restoring everything the enemy tried to take from you. This isn't about chance. This is about promise. When God said He would never leave you, He meant it. When He said He had plans to prosper you and not harm you, He wasn't lying. Even when it felt like nothing was happening, everything was happening. Heaven has been working in silence, and now you're about to see what's been hidden. You're about to witness prayers being answered in ways you didn't even know were possible. This Friday is not ordinary. God has marked it for you. What's coming to your house is more than just a good news. It's a divine announcement. It's going to confirm that the waiting wasn't wasted. It's going to show you why you had to walk through what you did. It's going to reveal why the no had to come before the yes. And when you see it, you'll realize God didn't forget. He was preparing something that required time. And now the time has come. You've been fighting battles that no one sees, holding back tears behind smiles, trying to hold it all together while your heart quietly asks, God, do you even hear me anymore? And He says yes. Loud and clear, He's heard every unspoken word, And he's not just listening, he's responding. He's moving, he's releasing. He's breaking down the barriers that stood too long and lifting up the blessings that were waiting behind the wall. And once the wall falls, it will all come in like a flood. He knows how tired you are. He sees how long you've been standing. This word isn't just encouragement, it's confirmation. God says, your miracle will happen in 2 minutes. And for many of you, that moment is now. Something is about to lift off of you. Something is about to open. And what was once dry ground will become living water. You're not entering another storm, you're exiting one. Comment 1717 if you believe this is your turnaround moment. You may not feel strong, but God never needed your strength. He just needed your surrender. He's the one who parts seas, calms storms, and walks through fire with you. He never asked you to do it alone. He just asked you to believe that he can, and he will. He's doing it now. In the silence, in the unseen, in the areas of your life where you've cried, Lord, I don't know what to do. He's stepping in, not with noise but with power. Not with pressure, but with peace. You've been faithful in the quiet. You've prayed when no one else was watching. You've worshipped with a broken heart. You've served when you felt empty. And God saw it all. He watched you give when you didn't have much. He watched you choose kindness when bitterness would have been easier. And now, He's rewarding you in the open. What's coming won't just bless you, it will honor the hidden places you thought no one saw. This is not the time to give up. This is the moment to look up, because what you're about to receive is only possible by God. You're not going to have to manipulate it, chase it, or beg for it. It's going to find you, because favor follows obedience. And even in your pain, you obeyed. Even in your doubts, you stayed. That's what heaven moves for. That's what unlocks the miraculous. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You may have been skipped by people, overlooked by systems, left behind by friends, but you have never been skipped by God. Not once. And now, in the very same place where they said nothing good could come out of your life, God is about to show up. He's going to bless you in public, in front of those who doubted, in front of those who walked away, not for revenge, but for redemption, for glory. So the world will know it wasn't luck, it was the Lord. Something is breaking in your favor even now. Something is shifting in your household, in your finances, in your relationships. The atmosphere around you is changing because heaven is moving on your behalf. The sound of chains breaking is being heard in the spirit, and soon your eyes will see what your soul has known. God never stopped being faithful. There's going to be a moment, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, where you'll pause and say, "This is what I prayed for." That moment is closer than you think. Keep expecting it, keep declaring it. Speak life even if you feel weary. Praise even when the promise feels far. Because what you speak in faith now will be what you walk into next. You are not the broken person the world tried to label you as. You are not the mistake you made. You are not the trauma you survived. You are a child of God, a warrior, a vessel of glory, and no curse, no lie, no loss can erase the seal of God on your life. The promise still stands, and the miracle is still on the way. He's not done, not even close. You are still the one He chose, still the one He calls, still the one He's about to bless in a way that makes you weep, not out of sorrow, but out of holy awe, the kind that makes you fall to your knees and say, "Only God could have done this." So don't stop now. Keep pressing in. Keep your eyes lifted. You are closer than you've ever been, and what's coming is greater than what you lost, greater than what you expected, greater than what you've imagined. He's not done showing you who he is, and what he's about to do will not just answer your prayer, it will redefine how you see him. You've known him as protector, you've known him as comforter, but now you're about to know him as the God of sudden, unstoppable breakthrough. What's happening around you might not look like progress, but in the spirit, it's already done. The moment you cried out and asked God for help, heaven responded. You may not have seen the results yet, but things have been moving ever since. Angels have been assigned, doors have been aligned, hearts have been softened, provision has been released. It's been unfolding in the unseen, and now it's about to show up in your reality. You're not forgotten. That feeling you've had lately, the ache that no one understands, the quiet sadness that you try to hide, it's not unnoticed by God. He doesn't need you to pretend to be strong. He just wants you to be open. Let him in, even in the broken places, especially in the broken places. That's where his presence rests the heaviest. That's where his glory shows up the strongest. Comment, Amen. If you receive this word as your confirmation, you've been tested over and over again, and the tests haven't been easy. Some of them nearly crushed you, but the reason the pressure was so intense was because of what God is building inside you. You weren't being punished. You were being strengthened. You've been stretched so far you thought you'd snap, but instead of breaking, you expanded. Your capacity grew. Your faith deepened. And now, what's coming won't overwhelm you, it will fit you. What you didn't know was that the waiting season was shaping you for the weight of what you're about to carry. The favor, the influence, the assignment, the answered prayers. If they had come before now, you wouldn't have been able to hold them, but now you've been made ready. The delay wasn't about withholding, it was about preparing. You asked God for a miracle, and he decided to make you strong enough to carry it well. This Friday is not just a date on the calendar, it's a divine delivery, a spiritual turning point. You'll feel it before you see it. Your heart will know. Peace will come first. Then clarity, then the shift. And when it shows up, it'll feel like a wave of relief, a breath of fresh air after years of suffocating in silence. Don't doubt it when it comes. Don't minimize it. Receive it fully. It's been a long time coming. Comment 222 if you trust that your spirit is being prepared for what's next. God is moving through places you thought were dead, relationships that were broken beyond repair, finances that felt impossible to recover, dreams you almost buried. He's not afraid of any of it. In fact, he does his best work in impossible places. That's where he gets the most glory. That's where miracles break out. And that's where your story is about to turn. You thought this was the end of the chapter, but God is just now beginning the part where things start to change. Don't close the book yet. Don't stop showing up. There is more. There is better. And it's not far off, it's at the door. What you've been asking for is closer than your next breath. The moment your faith aligns with God's timing, the miracle manifests. And this, right here, is that moment. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You don't need 100 reasons to believe just one. And here it is. He has never failed you before, not once. Even in the worst moments, you're still here. That means mercy found you, grace carried you, and love never let go. If He's been faithful in your past, He will be faithful in your future. The same God who showed up for you then is showing up for you now. There's a reason you didn't quit. There's a reason your spirit kept fighting, even when your mind was tired. God was holding you together. He was protecting your purpose. He was reminding your heart of the promise. And now that you've held on through the shaking, He's about to reward you in ways you never saw coming. The heaviness that's been following you, it's lifting. The confusion that's clouded your thinking, it's clearing. The fear that's tried to paralyze your steps, it's losing its grip. You are not going backward, you are stepping forward, even if you feel like you're crawling. Every move you make in faith is progress. Every small yes to God is a doorway to something greater. Don't measure your success by what you can see, measure it by your obedience. God isn't asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to stay connected, to keep listening, to keep leaning in. And as you do, He will guide you step by step. You won't miss what He has for you. What's for you has already been sealed with your name on it. No one can take it. No force can block it. You're not going to have to chase what's coming. It will arrive on its own, led by God's hand. It will come when you least expect it but need it most, and it will be unmistakably Him. The timing, the provision, the peace, it will all scream of His goodness, and you'll know that it couldn't have been anyone but God. There's a sweetness in this season, even in the struggle. A softness in how God is speaking. He's not yelling at you, He's not pushing you. He's gently calling you back to the place where miracles happen, a surrendered heart. And when you give Him that, you give Him room to do what you can't. That's when the miracle breaks loose. Don't let your current situation trick you into thinking the promise has changed. It hasn't. What God said still stands. Every word, every whisper, every dream, it's all intact. And now, heaven is leaning in, ready to perform the very thing it spoke over your life long ago. This isn't just inspiration, it's a divine announcement. You are the one God has chosen to rise, to heal, to walk in fullness. You are the one who will carry light into darkness, who will stand in the gap for others, who will testify of what God can do with someone who simply refuses to quit. You've been broken, yes, but you've also been built, stronger, wiser, unshakable. That's confirmation. You're not crazy for believing, you're not foolish for hoping. The presence of God is closer now than it's ever been. He's drawing near because He's about to do something in your life that only He can do. You've spent nights wondering if your prayers were bouncing off the walls. You've walked through days feeling unseen, unheard, forgotten. But heaven has been silent for a reason, not because God isn't there, but because God was working in ways your eyes couldn't yet see. The silence wasn't abandonment. It was a setup for something so divine, so specific, that no enemy could interfere with it. The miracle that's coming to your house this week has been preserved and protected just for you. Comment Amen if your spirit says yes to what's being spoken over you. There's something powerful about quiet obedience, about staying faithful when no one sees, about trusting God when it feels like nothing is happening. And you've done that. You've believed through the delays. You've kept walking even with trembling legs. That is the kind of faith that moves mountains. That's the kind of faith God responds to. And now He's moving not just around you but within you, restoring hope, healing wounds, resetting your path, reviving what felt dead. He hasn't just been preparing the blessing for you, He's been preparing you for the blessing. Because what's coming isn't temporary. It's not a moment of relief followed by another round of pain. What God is bringing to you is lasting, stable, secure, the kind of blessing that brings rest to your soul, the kind of shift that brings peace to your house. This Friday, something new begins, and you'll never go back to what was. You've been looking for signs, pleading for confirmation. And here it is. God says, I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I am still the God who parts seas, who multiplies loaves, who speaks, and it is so. I am the God of miracles. And I have chosen this time, this moment, to show you that I have not forgotten the promise I made to you. Comment 1111 if you believe divine timing is unfolding right now. It's time to let go of what you thought had to happen. Sometimes the reason things didn't go as planned is because God was protecting you from what you couldn't see. You thought it was rejection, but it was rescue. You thought it was the end, but it was just a redirection. The doors that closed were not failures, they were mercies. God is not taking things from you to leave you empty. He's making room for something greater. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Don't be afraid to receive it. When the miracle shows up, and it will, you might be tempted to question it, to feel like it's too good to be true. But remember, God isn't limited by your past, your mistakes, or your fears. He gives freely. He blesses boldly. He doesn't just restore what was lost, He multiplies it. So when it comes, open your hands, open your heart. It's not a trick, it's your time. This Friday is a line in the sand, the end of one season and the beginning of another. The chains that held you back, fear, anxiety, shame, guilt are being broken. You won't carry them into this next part. God is breaking generational patterns, lifting family curses, opening doors that were shut for generations. What couldn't be done before will be done through you. You are the shift. You are the answered prayer for your bloodline. You may not feel ready, but God says you are. Not because you have it all figured out, but because you're willing to trust, willing to believe, willing to try again. That's what heaven looks for, not perfection, but surrender. And your surrender is what's unlocking the floodgates of favor right now. There's a reason you've been feeling the pressure more than usual, the attacks, the delays, the mental weight. It's all because you're about to step into something that will scare the enemy, something that will light up the dark places, something that will bless more than just you. That's why you can't quit. That's why you've been carried even when you felt too weak to stand. God didn't let you fall apart, because the promise still stands. You've cried for this, prayed for this, waited for this, and it's coming. This isn't hype. This isn't coincidence. This is the manifestation of something God spoke over your life before you were even born. The pain didn't cancel the promise. The heartbreak didn't delay heaven. The doubts didn't disqualify you. You're still the one, still chosen, still marked, still held in the palm of His hand. And this miracle, it's not going to come quietly. It's going to break in suddenly. It's going to shift things publicly. The people who saw your struggle are going to see your breakthrough, not so you can boast, but so God can be glorified. Your life is about to tell a story no one saw coming. And it will be a testimony that brings others out of their own darkness. So breathe deep, lift your head. This is not the end. This is the turn, the moment the tide changes. The moment everything hidden starts to rise. God is not finished with you. He is just getting started, and the miracle is already in motion. You don't need to chase signs. This is the sign. You don't need to beg for favor. It's been chasing you this entire time. You are stepping into a divine appointment. It's been on the calendar of heaven since the beginning. And no mistake, no setback, no person can stop it now. All God asks is that you stay open. Keep your heart soft. Don't give in to the bitterness. Don't let past pain make you hard. Keep loving. Keep trusting. Keep hoping. Because what's coming is going to be worth every single tear, every delay, every lonely night, every moment you wanted to give up. God knows. He understands how deep the pain has gone, and still, He chose this moment to speak straight to you, not to judge you, but to lift you. Not to remind you of what you lost, but to point to what's about to come into your life. You're not behind, you're not forgotten, you're exactly where He wants you to be, at the edge of a miracle. You're about to walk into something you didn't see coming, but it will be the very thing your soul has been aching for. Not a quick fix, not a shallow blessing, but a deep, healing kind of miracle. A shift that doesn't just change your situation, it changes you. It restores the parts of you that were left in pieces. It breathes life back into dreams you buried. And it shows you that even when you stopped trusting yourself, God never stopped trusting what He put inside you. You've battled in silence. You've had nights where you laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering why things still haven't changed. You've prayed prayers you didn't even have words for, just tears, and God heard those too. Those weren't wasted. In fact, those moments carried more weight than you realize. They moved heaven, and now heaven is moving for you. Comment 333. If you're ready to declare your faith out loud, no matter how tired you are. There is good news on the way to your house. It's been traveling through unseen highways of favor, sent out at just the right time, delayed by nothing, missed by no one, and marked with your name. It's not just something small either. It's going to change how you see your situation, how you see your purpose, and how you see your God. It'll come with peace, with confirmation, and with a sense of relief that you haven't felt in a long, long time. This season has been stretching you, tearing at places you didn't know still had pain. But God never wastes the breaking. Every time something in your life cracked open, He used it to make room for something better. You didn't lose what mattered, you lost what couldn't stay. And now that there's space, He's ready to fill it. Sometimes it takes a breaking to receive a blessing. Not because God wants to hurt you, but because He wants to release you. Release you from the weight you weren't created to carry. Release you from the fear that kept you stuck. Release you from the lies that convinced you you'd never be enough. And now that the old is being stripped away, you're ready to step into the new. He's already prepared it. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This Friday is not random. You've been circling the same battles for too long. The same thoughts, the same fears, the same delays. But something is about to snap in the spirit, like a rope that's been pulled too tight for too long. The tension will break, and when it does, you'll feel freedom. You'll breathe again. You'll move without the weight that's been pressing on your chest for months. Comment 555 if you're claiming peace and divine release over your life right now. You've been trying to hold it all together, but that's not your job anymore. God is saying, let me hold it now. Let me carry you. Let me show you that this burden was never yours to manage. That's why your strength has been failing. It wasn't meant to sustain you, but His strength, it doesn't run out, it never grows tired, and it's carrying you even now through every moment that feels impossible. What's coming to your house isn't just good news, it's God news. A message with weight, a divine interruption that shifts the atmosphere. And you'll know it's Him. You won't have to question it, because peace will settle over you like a soft blanket. Anxiety will lose its grip, confusion will melt away, and for the first time in a long time, you'll feel safe again. Not because your life is perfect, but because His presence is enough. You didn't miss your chance. Stop believing that lie. The moment you're about to step into is one you could not have forced, rushed, or created on your own. It had to be now, not sooner, not later. Now. This is the moment when preparation meets promise, when all the waiting finally turns into walking, when all the pain finally makes sense. Because what's ahead of you will be so full of God's fingerprints, you'll know none of it was wasted. Your faith has survived what would have destroyed others. Your hope has endured disappointment that could have turned your heart cold. But instead of giving up, you stayed. You kept praying. You kept showing up. And because of that, heaven is about to honor you. This isn't about reward, it's about restoration. God is restoring what was broken, redeeming what was lost, rebuilding what fell apart, and nothing can stop it now. God's hand is on your life in a way that even you can't deny anymore. You may not feel worthy, you may still carry shame, but He's not looking at what you've done. He's looking at what He's destined you to become. And He's not finished. He's still writing, still shaping, still opening doors no one can shut. Don't get discouraged by the fact that you haven't seen it yet. Miracles start in silence. They begin when no one's watching, when no one's cheering, but then suddenly they rise, they break out, they flood in. That's the moment you're about to enter. The shift is coming, and it's not going to be subtle. It'll be so undeniable that even those who doubted will have to admit God was with you. So breathe. Let go of the fear. Let go of the need to control the outcome. Let go of the timeline you had in your head. God's not late. He's right on time. And what He's about to do won't just restore your hope, it will restore your identity. You'll see yourself differently, not as broken, not as forgotten, but as beloved, chosen, carried, called. This is a turning point. What happens this week will shift the months ahead. Doors will open, hearts will change, peace will return, and joy will overflow. You won't have to make it happen. You'll just have to receive it. Let Him do what only He can do. God says, you must stop this as soon as possible. This is about the home you are living in. God is trying to reach you. 5 minutes left. Please open this message today before 11:59 p.m. This is not just a sentence. This is not just a message floating through your feed. This is God's voice trying to break through the noise of your day, trying to pull your spirit close before time runs out. You have only moments left. This is about the place you lay your head. This is about the ground you stand on. This is about your home, your covering, your safety, your atmosphere. God is not being silent anymore. You are being reached right now because something hidden, something not of Him, has crept into your space, and God says, you must stop it now. Please, do not scroll. Listen till the very end, or you will miss a breakthrough so urgent, so necessary, that not hearing this could cost you peace, protection, and divine favor. Comment Amen to affirm that you're receiving this right now. This is not coincidence. You didn't come here by accident. God brought you here. This is a warning, but also an invitation to restoration. Something has shifted in the atmosphere of your home, and God has been trying to tell you, but you haven't heard him clearly until now. This is a message for those who have been feeling off in their own space, restless, irritated for no reason, waking up tired even after sleep. Peace comes and goes like waves, and joy feels unfamiliar. You've blamed stress, work, people, but God says it's deeper than that. He says, this is about your home. Something has been allowed in that should never have entered. An open door was left spiritually unguarded. Something spiritually heavy, unclean, or unauthorized has made a place in your sanctuary, and it's been choking your blessings. He is saying now, stop this. Stop entertaining what I never sent. Stop allowing darkness to whisper through your TV, your phone, your conversations. Stop feeding your spirit things I did not give you. Your home is not just a house. It is a sacred space, a gate for my presence. But what is holy cannot thrive where there is mixture, and my spirit will not stay where rebellion, resentment, or disobedience is allowed to grow unchecked. Do not wait another day to cleanse your atmosphere. 5 minutes left means time is sensitive. Decisions must be made now. If you are under attack in your finances, your relationships, your rest, your dreams, it's not random. The enemy doesn't want your stuff, he wants your atmosphere. Because your home is where my peace rests, where prayers go up, where generational curses are broken. And if he can infect the atmosphere, he can stall your purpose. I have been trying to reach you, and you've felt it in moments, a whisper, a push to pray, a desire to worship again. That was me. I was pulling you back before the door completely shut. Comment 1111 if you believe this is not just a word, but a direct call from me. You are not crazy for feeling what you've been feeling. That weight, that confusion, that silence you noticed, it's spiritual. It's not just your mind, it's not just your mood. Something spiritual has taken residence, and I'm saying enough. My child, I am reaching for you before it destroys what I have been building in you. You are chosen, you are covered, but even my chosen must close the door to the serpent. You can't cuddle with what is cursing you. You can't excuse what is draining you. Clean your home spiritually. Anoint it. Speak my word aloud again. Turn off what mocks me. Remove what carries rebellion. Play worship, not noise. Speak life, not drama. Pray over your bed, your windows, your doors. Walk through your home with boldness and declare it mine again. I gave you that home not just for shelter, but for sanctuary. Do not let fear keep you quiet anymore. Do not let tiredness silence your prayers. Do not let shame block your repentance. My grace is reaching through time right now to find you and bring you back into alignment. Because what's ahead for you requires a clean space, a holy ground, a place where my angels dwell and fight for you. But they cannot fight where confusion rules. They cannot war for you where you have welcomed the enemy's tools. The music that invites despair, the images that glorify darkness, the words spoken in anger and bitterness, these are not harmless. They are invitations. And the moment you permitted them to stay, you sent me away. But I am merciful, and I am speaking now so that you might reverse what was allowed. You have the power to cast it out. You have the authority in Jesus' name to reclaim your home. What you do in the next few moments matters. This is not just about your walls and furniture. This is about your spirit, your legacy, your peace. If you've been sleeping poorly, arguing constantly, or feeling lost in your own space, it is because the spiritual covering has been breached. But you don't have to live like that. You can restore what was holy. You can invite my presence back in and watch what was broken start healing. Speak my name. Sing my truth. Repent, forgive, release. I am with you even now. My spirit is hovering, waiting for your yes. My angels are at the edge of your doorway, waiting for your command to enter and fight for your peace again. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not too far gone. You are favored. You are protected. You are still mine. And because of that, I will not stay silent while your home is under siege. Your next miracle is not just coming to your hands, it's coming through your house. When your home is restored, your mind will clear, your heart will calm, your prayers will flow again. Stop allowing what is stealing your sleep to stay. Stop excusing the things I told you to remove. I never gave you fear. I never gave you that guilt. I never gave you that obsession, that addiction, that anger. And if I didn't give it to you, you don't have to keep it. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Now walk in faith, pray in boldness, declare out loud that your home belongs to me, that every corner will be filled with light, that every dark place is exposed and evicted, that my glory will dwell with you, that your rest will be sweet, that your sleep will be protected, that every room will become a sanctuary, that my name will be lifted high above every other voice that tried to take over. And I will respond, I will enter, I will pour out peace like oil on your head, I will station angels around your walls. I will speak in the stillness. I will revive what was cold. I will rebuild what was broken. I will return what was stolen, because I am God, and I do not speak to you for nothing. When I reach, it is because I am ready to move. This is the hour. This is the moment. Heaven is leaning in, waiting to see who will believe. Will you be the one to say yes? Will you be the one to act now? Will you be the one who draws the line and says, "Not in this house, not on my watch. This house belongs to the Lord, because if you do, I will flood that home with more glory than you've ever seen. And everything that tried to steal your joy will have no choice but to leave." I arranged this encounter because your home has been crying out. It has absorbed the pain, the noise, the spiritual weight of everything you've been through, and now I am here to restore it. This is not just about your furniture or walls. It's about the Spirit dwelling within your space. If you could see with spiritual eyes, you would see the unseen battles happening around you. You would see how the enemy has tried to camp around your doors, feeding off the silence of your prayers, the closing of your Bible, the replacement of worship with worry. But I have not forgotten you. I have not walked away. I'm knocking again, and this time I want all of you to open. There are things in your home that are draining you silently. Certain habits, certain voices you let in, certain objects and entertainment that have brought spiritual dirt into what was meant to be a clean place. These things do not shout their intentions, they creep. They distract, they numb your spirit little by little until the joy you used to carry feels distant and your dreams feel too far gone. But listen to me now. Stop this. Stop letting what I didn't send live among you. You have allowed what weakens you to feel normal, but I'm pulling the veil off now so you can see clearly. Comment 555 if you are ready to break the pattern. Let this comment be your signal to heaven that you are not going back to what poisoned your peace. Do not fear the changes I'm asking you to make. What you let go of will be replaced with greater things. My spirit does not come to leave you empty. I come to fill. I come to overflow. I come to rebuild. But I cannot build where you've allowed spiritual termites to feast on the foundation. You've been waking up in the middle of the night for no reason. That's me, shaking your spirit. That deep tiredness you feel even after sleeping is not just physical. It's the spiritual weight of unaddressed warfare lingering in your home. Your peace is not broken because of random circumstances. It's broken because the atmosphere shifted and you did not yet take authority. But you still can. You still have time. I have not closed this door yet, but you must act. Do not treat this lightly. Do not explain it away. You prayed for change. You cried for breakthrough. You ask me why nothing moves, and I'm telling you now, nothing moves until you move what's blocking me. You can't build a house of peace on top of foundations of bitterness, unforgiveness, or compromise. Every single thing you watch, every word you speak, every object you entertain, it either invites me or pushes me out. Choose me again. Let me dwell with you the way I long to. And child, don't think for a second that I'm angry with you. I'm not condemning you. I'm calling you closer. That's why you're still reading. That's why your heart feels like it's trembling right now. That's not fear. That's my spirit stirring you. I've missed walking freely in your home. I've missed the sound of your worship, your spontaneous prayers, the peace that used to rest on every pillow and pass through every hallway. I want to return it to you. Comment 1212 if you believe that what was stolen from your peace will be restored. What the enemy used to confuse you will now be used as a testimony of how my power came into your home and cleansed it completely. Because once you obey, once you walk through that home and say, God, it's yours again, I will step in, and when I step in, darkness flees. Do not wait for someone else to do this for you. You are the one I chose. You are the gatekeeper of that home. You are the one carrying my light into that place. You are the voice I've given the authority to speak my word out loud and change the atmosphere. Even if no one else in your house believes, your voice is enough. Your worship is enough. Your prayer carries weight in the spirit. The enemy has been hoping you would stay distracted, that you would keep postponing prayer, that you would settle for numbness. Because if you stay asleep, he can stay hidden. But now that you're awake, he has no more place. Now that you've been reminded, he has no more ground. Now that you're listening, he knows he has to leave. And he will. In the name of Jesus, he will. Walk through your home like a warrior. Don't whisper, declare. Speak life into every room. Anoint your space with oil, with prayer, with the power of the blood of Jesus. Say it out loud. This house belongs to the Lord. No darkness, no fear, no curse, no confusion can stay here. Place your hand on your children's doors, on your front entrance, on your bed. Heaven responds when you take authority. You are not powerless. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds, but this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Your home is about to shift. The coldness is about to lift. The tension is about to break. That spiritual fog is clearing now. Even as you're reading this, something is changing, because when my word is spoken, it does not return void. You opened the door just by receiving this, and now I'm coming in. Expect to feel my peace again. Expect dreams to return. Expect healing to start. Expect reconciliation in relationships. Expect a revival of joy. I have heard every silent cry. I have seen every moment you felt unseen, even in your own home. But I want you to know this: when you draw near to me, I draw near to you. When you cleanse what does not belong, I fill the space with what you've been longing for. I am not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be obedient, to let go of what never carried my spirit and make room again. Do not worry about how others might react. They didn't call you. I did. They didn't give you peace. I did. And they cannot take what I'm about to restore. This house, your house, will not be a place of silence and defeat anymore. It will be a place of praise, of answered prayers, of freedom. Where the enemy once whispered shame, I will now declare blessing. Where confusion once ruled, my word will bring clarity. Your home is not just bricks and paint, it is spiritual ground. And what happens within it affects every part of your life. That is why the enemy targeted it. But I have stepped in now. I am not only exposing the breach, I am healing it. You were never meant to live with spiritual clutter. You were not designed to carry emotional baggage into every corner of your home. That argument that keeps repeating, that fear that sits quietly in your room at night, that guilt you feel when you try to worship, these things are not from me. They've been allowed in, but they have no right to stay. I am standing at your door, child, and I will not force my way in, but the moment you open, I will flood your space with my glory. You've said, God, I feel like I can't breathe here. And I heard you. You've asked, why does my peace disappear when I get home? And I've answered, it's not you, it's the atmosphere. The enemy has tried to build a nest in a place I destined for praise. He has used distractions, media, conflict, old memories, toxic relationships, and even past trauma to create spiritual pollution in your home. And now I am calling you to act. I am giving you authority to remove every single thing that is not aligned with me. Comment 777 if you are ready for the fullness of heaven to enter your house and cleanse it from corner to corner. Let that be your bold declaration, because this is not a suggestion, it's an urgent invitation. The time is short. That's why you feel that stirring in your spirit. That's why you can't ignore this any longer. I am setting a fire in your soul, and it will not go out until every shadow is cast out and every room is filled with my light. Begin today. Begin now. Walk through each room. Speak my name. Speak my word. Lay your hands on your walls. It might feel awkward at first. That's only because you've gone too long without inviting me in like this. But as you begin to worship, you will feel the shift. As you pray, you will feel my presence settle like a blanket over your space. You don't need expensive oil or special rituals. You need a willing heart, a surrendered spirit, and my name on your lips. Say it aloud. Jesus, take over my home. Cleanse what I cannot see. Remove what I didn't know was hurting me. Restore what I have allowed to fade. Make this place yours again. And I will respond. You will feel it. You will know it. You will see the evidence in your sleep, in your relationships, in your peace. Let me remind you, your home is a gate. What you allow through its doors affects what grows inside it. If you allow bitterness, your conversations become colder. If you allow fear, your nights become restless. But when you invite my spirit in, peace grows, joy returns, protection multiplies. I do not visit empty-handed. I come with healing. I come with strength. I come with wisdom. I come with angels. There are things you've picked up over time, items that carry memories, energy, or spiritual weight. Some of them seemed harmless. A gift, a piece of decor, a book, a song you've kept on repeat, but those things were planted to sow distraction. You wondered why you've been spiritually dry, why worship feels hard, why clarity won't come. It's not always about what you're doing wrong. Sometimes it's about what you've allowed to remain that never had permission to stay. Your home is holy ground. Your kitchen, where you prepare meals, is a place of nourishment and gratitude. Your bedroom, where you rest, is a place of renewal. Your hallway, where you walk, should echo peace with every step. But if you allow words of death, images of destruction, sounds of despair to fill those places, you cannot expect peace to rule there. I want to dwell with you again, not just on Sunday, not just during quiet time. Every hour, every room, comment 999 if you believe your home is returning to a place of miracles. Because that's what I want to do next. Miracles in your home. Not just healing of your body, but healing of your family. Not just peace in your heart, but peace at your dinner table. Laughter returning to your living room. Unity between people who haven't spoken kindly in months. I am a God of restoration. And what the enemy separated, I can bring back together. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Do not underestimate your obedience. Every step you take to cleanse your space is a weapon in the spirit. When you remove that object, heaven rejoices. When you silence that voice, angels move. When you cancel access to that toxic entertainment, you make room for me to speak again. These small steps are holy. These choices are sacred. You are inviting my presence in ways you don't even fully understand yet, but you will. And when my spirit comes, it never leaves things the same. Chains fall, anxiety breaks, depression lifts, direction becomes clear, and most of all, you will feel me again, not just in moments of desperation, but in the stillness of your everyday life. I will meet you in the quiet. I will speak as you wash dishes. I will comfort you when you rest. I will cover your children as they sleep. I will fill your home with songs of deliverance. You've cried out for this for so long, and I heard every word. That's why I'm moving now. That's why I'm waking your spirit up. That's why I didn't let you scroll away. This is not just another word. This is heaven crashing into your atmosphere. This is me reminding you who you are and whose you are. You are my beloved. You are my vessel. You are the guardian of holy space. Nothing that was formed against your home will succeed. Not confusion, not fear, not division, not curses passed through generations. I am breaking it now. I am redeeming what was lost. I am making old things new. Your obedience is unlocking doors that have been shut for years, and I will bless your house in ways you never thought possible. But you must be willing to act. The time is now. The urgency is real. I would not be speaking if it were not. Listen to my voice, cleanse your space, consecrate your home, and watch what I will do. You haven't seen your best days yet, and now you've heard. Now you know. This wasn't just a house problem, it was a spiritual one, and I am calling you to deal with it not later, not when it's more convenient, but now. This is not about fear. This is about freedom. The kind of freedom that allows you to sit in your living room without a tightness in your chest. The kind that lets you sleep at night without waking up with heaviness or dread. The freedom to walk through your door and feel, my peace greet you again, not darkness, not tension, not exhaustion. You were never meant to be spiritually drained in the place I gave you for rest. So hear me clearly. I am giving you the grace to reclaim what was lost, but you must not delay. You must stop allowing in what breaks your covering. Some of you have been tolerating things because you thought you were being kind. You've kept things in your home out of sentiment, out of fear of change, out of habit. But some of those things carry spiritual weight, and they've been draining your joy. You've excused the bitterness because it's familiar. You've excused the silence because it's comfortable. But comfort isn't always from me. Sometimes it's a trap. Sometimes it's a slow death in disguise. Comment 1010 if you know it's time to close the door on compromise. Let that be your step of agreement with me right now. Don't just think it, speak it, declare it. Agree with heaven, because your agreement opens doors that have been locked. When you agree with my word, you give heaven permission to intervene. You've been asking me to move, but I've been waiting for your agreement. I need you to stop allowing the world to set the atmosphere of your home. You were never called to follow its rhythm. You are called to carry mine. You are salt. You are light. You are the atmosphere changer, not the one being changed. You cannot worship me on Sunday and then fill your home with voices that deny me the rest of the week. What fellowship does light have with darkness? What harmony is there between my spirit and confusion? If you want peace in your home, you must protect what enters it. Every word, every sound, every image, every visitor. You must ask, does this glorify me? Does this strengthen what I'm building? Or does it distract, distort, and disturb what I'm trying to do in your heart? There is no neutral ground. Everything you allow is either building you up or breaking you down. There is no in-between. You think you're tired from life, but many of you are tired from spiritual weight that was never yours to carry. You think you're stuck in a cycle of stress, but it's not always your schedule. It's your surroundings. Your environment is spiritual whether you realize it or not. And I'm calling you to take back control, because what's surrounding you begins to shape what's inside of you. Do not say, this is just how life is. That's a lie the enemy wants you to believe. I never called you to barely survive in your own home. I called you to thrive, to overflow, to live in such peace that your home becomes a place of healing for others too. I want your house to be the place where chains break, where worship rises, where miracles happen at the dinner table, where my name is lifted high and my presence becomes tangible. But that begins with your yes, not a passive yes, a bold yes. The kind of yes that says, Lord, whatever needs to leave, I'll let it go. Whatever needs to change, I'll change it. Whatever has grieved your spirit, I will no longer defend. Because when you give me full access, I don't come empty-handed. I come with breakthrough. I come with fire. I come with joy that no storm can take. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Comment 1515 if you are ready to let me flood your home with fresh fire. Let that be your sign in the spirit that you are done living with half peace, half joy, half light. I want to give you fullness, and I will if you open the door fully. Not just on Sundays, not just when things fall apart. Every day, every hour, every space. You've allowed the enemy to whisper that this is too late, that you've let too much in, that your house has seen too much pain, too much sin, too much compromise. But I say to you, there is nothing too far gone for my hand. There is no home too dark for my light. There is no atmosphere I cannot redeem if you allow me in. Do not wait for a perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Even if your house is loud, even if the kids are running around, even if the dishes are piled up. I do not need silence to move. I need surrender. You don't have to wait for calm to anoint your home. Begin right in the middle of the mess. That's where I move best. I work in the broken. I shine in the chaos. I redeem what the world calls ruined. And do not be discouraged if others in your home don't yet understand. Your obedience will speak louder than your words. Your consistency will shift the atmosphere even without debate. I see your heart. I see your efforts. I see your quiet sacrifices, and I will honor them. You may feel alone in this fight, but you are not. I have stationed angels around your home. I have already begun moving as you read these words. Do you feel that stirring in your spirit? That's me. Do you sense that heaviness lifting, even just a little? That's my presence. You're not imagining it. This is real. I'm real. I'm with you. I am the God who walked through fire with my children, who broke prison doors with praise, who turned widows' homes into houses of miracles. I am still that God. I have not changed. And I'm telling you now, your home is next. If you obey, if you make room, if you remove what doesn't belong, I will do it. I will turn that space into a dwelling place of glory. You are not just cleaning your house, you are preparing your altar. You are building a place for my presence to dwell, not visit. And when I dwell, the enemy cannot. When I stay, fear has no place. When I reign, peace overflows. I can work with willingness. I can move with surrender. I can rebuild on a foundation of faith, even if that faith feels small right now. You have allowed silence to settle where there used to be worship. You have tolerated shadows in places where there used to be light. But I'm stirring your spirit now because it's time to shift things back. This isn't about religion, it's about relationship. I am calling you not to duty, but to connection. I want to dwell with you, not visit occasionally. I want to walk through the halls of your home like I did in the garden, where nothing was hidden and everything was whole. You've asked for peace, you've prayed for clarity, you've begged for breakthrough. And I've heard it all. But breakthrough doesn't start outside, it begins inside your heart, inside your home. When you realign your house with me, you will begin to see the things outside your house change too. Your job, your family, your future. It all begins where you sleep, where you eat, where you think, where you pray, or where you've stopped praying. Comment 1717 if you know this is the moment you're reclaiming your peace. Let that be your agreement, not with man, but with me. Because when you declare with your spirit, you shift the atmosphere, you silence every lie. You open a door for my spirit to move without resistance. That's what I want to do. Move freely in your life, in your house, in your mind. but I won't force my way in. I come where I am welcomed. And right now, I am asking, will you welcome me back? Do not be discouraged by how long things have been this way. My power is not limited by time. I can change in one moment what you thought would take years. I can sweep through your home and lift the weight that's been pressing on your chest for months. I can silence the confusion that's been living in your hallway. I can breathe on the rooms that have held pain and turn them into places of praise. You've let the world tell you how to live. You've let stress, noise, and fear become your background music. But I am offering you something better, not artificial peace, not temporary escape, real peace, deep peace, the kind that anchors your soul and guards your heart. But peace does not grow in chaos. It grows in order, in surrender, in holiness. You have to make room. You have to remove what steals your stillness. You have to silence what drowns out my voice. You know what needs to go. I don't have to list it. I've already whispered it to you. I've shown you the things that grieve my spirit, the habits that open doors to darkness, the objects, the shows, the music, the patterns. You've felt the conviction. Not guilt, but a gentle nudge, my way of saying, this doesn't belong in a place where I dwell. Now I'm asking you to act on it. Do not worry about what others will say. This is between me and you. You don't need their approval to obey me. You only need to respond. And when you do, I will honor your obedience. I will meet you there. I will walk into your home like I did for the widow in Zarephath and multiply what you thought was not enough. I will protect your house like I did with the Israelites when the blood marked their doors. I will fill your home with fire like I did in the upper room. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. You are not making a small change. You are shifting generations. You are breaking patterns. You are setting a new standard for what your home will carry. No more heaviness, no more confusion, no more torment in the night, no more cycles of chaos. This is the day the Lord is reclaiming his space. And you are the one he's using to do it. Comment Amen if you receive that truth, because the moment you say yes to me, you are saying no to the enemy, no to fear, no to guilt, no to the past. No to the confusion that's tried to rule your house. You are drawing a line in the spirit, and I am standing behind that line with fire in my hands and angels at my side. You are not cleaning your home alone. You are backed by heaven. You may feel weak, but my strength is made perfect in weakness. You may feel tired, but those who wait on me will renew their strength. You may feel unsure, but my word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. I have not brought you this far to leave you now. I have not exposed this problem to shame you, but to free you. Because whom the Son sets free is free indeed. You are going to feel the shift. You are going to feel my peace. You are going to walk into your living room and feel like something lifted, because it will have. That spiritual weight, it's already breaking. That confusion, it's already unraveling. That heaviness, it's already lifting. And it's not because of anything you've done perfectly, it's because you've said yes, because you've opened the door, because you've made room. You are building an altar again, not with stones, but with surrender, with prayer, with repentance, with trust. And where there is an altar, there is fire. Where there is fire, there is power. And where there is power, there is change. So get ready. Clean the room, yes, but also speak over it, pray over it, sing in it, speak life where death tried to settle. Speak peace where fear tried to grow. You have been given authority, not in your own strength but in mine. Use it. Use it boldly. Use it humbly. Use it like you believe I am who I say I am. I am your covering. I am your shield. I am your rest. I am your whisper in the stillness. I am your defender in the storm. I am the God who enters houses and changes stories. And I am ready to change yours. Let me in fully, not just in the places that feel clean, but in the places you've tried to hide. Because once I enter, everything changes. Not slowly, instantly. You'll begin to feel the difference. The air will feel lighter. The night will feel safer. Your soul will feel secure. And that is only the beginning. Everything that lives inside the four walls of your house, I care about, and I am ready to transform it. But you must let go of what you've been holding on to in secret, the bitterness you've buried under routine, the unforgiveness you've shoved into the corners of your thoughts, the disappointment that's settled into the very air you breathe. These things do not belong where my spirit dwells. They may have been part of your past, but they have no place in your future. You must stop allowing what hurt you to sit in the seat I want to fill. There is power in surrender. You think you've been protecting yourself by holding on, but the truth is, you've been building walls that keep me out. Let me into those places. Let me into the pain you don't talk about. Let me into the rooms you avoid, the memories that still echo when you're alone. I am not here to judge you. I am here to heal you. I don't need perfection. I need permission. Comment 222 if you trust me enough to bring your pain to me. This is where freedom begins. This is where things start shifting. You are not bound by what happened within these walls. You are not cursed because of what was said over your life in this space. I break every word spoken in anger, every curse spoken in bitterness, every vow spoken in fear. You are not who the enemy said you were. You are mine, and I call you healed, whole, and holy. Do you feel that stirring? That's my spirit awakening things in you that have been buried under routine and pain. I am lighting a fire in your home, not to destroy, but to cleanse, to purify, to prepare, because what's coming next requires a clean atmosphere. I am sending blessings into your life that need to rest in peace, not chaos. I am bringing relationships, ideas, dreams, and assignments that cannot thrive in confusion. That is why I must move through your home first. You may not understand everything I'm doing, but trust this, I never remove something without replacing it with better. I never ask you to let go without placing something more valuable in your hands. Your obedience is not loss, it is alignment. And when you align your home with my will, you create an open heaven over your life. Angels move freely, my voice becomes clearer, your heart becomes lighter. I want your home to be a place where my presence is familiar, not foreign, where your children feel safe, where you wake up and know peace is present before your feet touch the floor, where tears are turned into songs, where silence is not empty but filled with my nearness. But that requires intentionality. You must be intentional with what you allow, with what you speak, with what you entertain. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. It's time to take spiritual responsibility for your space. No more blaming others. No more waiting for the right moment. No more saying, maybe later. This is the moment. This is the hour. I would not be speaking if it were not urgent. I would not be calling if heaven were not ready to move. The delay ends here. The excuses end here. The confusion ends here. From this moment forward, this home belongs to me. Comment 1111 if you believe this is the moment that changes everything. This is not hype. This is holy. What you feel right now is real. It's my hand on your heart. It's my whisper in your mind. I am not far. I am close, closer than the breath in your lungs, and I will not leave once I enter. I do not visit where I am welcome. I dwell. I remain. I cover. I want your house to be so full of my presence that the enemy doesn't even try to return, that every dark plan against your family is cancelled before it even begins, that healing flows in your conversations, that joy returns in your laughter, that the atmosphere of heaven sits in your home so thick, even visitors sense it when they walk in. But this begins with you. Not just with prayer, but with obedience, with surrender, with the willingness to go through your home and say, does this belong here? Not just physically, but spiritually. Does this song reflect my glory? Does this show honor my name? Does this habit reflect my spirit? These are the questions that build altars. These are the decisions that open doors. You have more influence than you realize. Your obedience will break cycles. It will open doors not just for you, but for your children and their children. The prayers you pray over your home now will become the protection they walk in later. You are not just cleaning your home. You are preparing a place for legacy to thrive, for my spirit to teach, for angels to stand guard over generations. I know it feels heavy at times, like you're the only one trying, but you're not alone. I have surrounded you with angels. I have placed my spirit inside you. You are more equipped than you know. You are stronger than you think, because I am with you. And I don't lose. I don't start a good work and leave it unfinished. I finish what I begin. And I have begun something new in your house tonight. Let it begin with worship, even now, even as you read. Speak my name, lift your voice. Don't wait for the perfect moment. This is the moment. Open your mouth and let worship rise. Let the sound of surrender fill the room. You don't need a crowd. You don't need a choir. Just you and me. That's enough. Heaven is listening. Darkness is trembling. The atmosphere is shifting. Soon, what felt normal will feel foreign. The heaviness, the fear, the confusion, they will not feel like home anymore. Because your spirit has tasted something better. You were made for light. You were made for peace. You were made for me. And I will not stop until your home reflects heaven. Until every corner carries my presence. Until your heart knows rest again. Until your nights are calm, until your laughter returns, until your family is restored, until your future is secure. So walk with me. Let me guide you through this, one room at a time, one decision at a time. You don't have to rush. Just keep moving forward. Keep listening. Keep trusting. I am not just the God of sudden miracles. I am the God of slow healing too. And I will be with you through every step, every tear, every prayer. You've been needing this word. You've been asking me to speak clearly, and this is my answer. I'm not only speaking to you, I'm speaking into your home, into your walls, into your atmosphere. I'm speaking into the silence that's weighed too heavy for too long, and I'm breaking through it now. You've asked me to fight your battles. You've asked me to bring peace. But peace doesn't come where there is no order. You cannot cry out for calm while entertaining the chaos. I am not the author of confusion. I am not in the noise, the yelling, the dishonor, the double life. I dwell in places where I'm welcomed, not just with words, but with actions. I move freely where there is holiness, not perfection, but reverence. You must stop normalizing what I've called harmful. Stop holding close what I told you to release. There are things in your home that used to bring comfort, but now only bring noise. And you've felt it. You've sensed that something has shifted, that what once helped you now burdens you. That's not your imagination. That's discernment. That's me gently pressing on your heart to let go, not to hurt you, not to strip you, but to give you room to breathe again. Comment Amen if you receive this and you're ready to start making room again. Not room for religion, not room for pressure, room for me, room for stillness, room for peace, room for joy that lasts longer than the weekend, room for purpose that doesn't fade with your feelings. You've been crowded by too many voices, too many opinions, too many distractions. I'm cutting through the noise now. I want your home to carry clarity again. You've been wondering why certain things in your life feel stuck. You've been praying, fasting, trying to press forward, and still things aren't moving. It's not that I haven't heard you, it's that the environment has to shift before the blessing can land. I don't pour new wine into old wineskins. I don't plant fresh vision in contaminated ground. You've made room in your schedule, but now you must make room in your space. Don't underestimate the impact of atmosphere. The way the enemy works is subtle. He'll convince you to normalize dysfunction. He'll tell you it's not a big deal to ignore me, that it's okay to push your spirit aside when you're tired. He'll get you so used to spiritual dryness that you'll stop thirsting for more. But I never called you to survive in a dry land. I called you to overflow. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There are days when you walk into your house and feel heavy, but don't know why. That's spiritual. You sit on your couch and feel numb. That's spiritual. You go to bed drained, even when you've done nothing physical. That's spiritual. The air in your home feels thick. Your thoughts are louder than usual. Your peace is harder to find. These are signs that the atmosphere has shifted, but it can shift again. You have the power to do that, not in your own strength, but in mine, through your worship, through your repentance, through your authority in Christ. When you walk through your house and speak my name, everything else must bow. Darkness has no legal right where my spirit dwells, and my spirit is waiting for your invitation, not a polite, soft whisper. A bold, clear welcome that says, God, this is yours again. Comment 333 if you're declaring your space as holy ground today, because that's what I'm making it. Not because the walls are clean, but because your heart is ready. I bless obedience, I bless surrender, and your obedience is breaking chains that were set up years ago. This is bigger than you. What you do now determines the atmosphere your children will inherit. The cycles you break today will keep them from battles they were never meant to fight. You are not behind. You are right on time. I chose this moment for a reason. The delay you've felt was not denial, it was preparation. I've been aligning things behind the scenes. And now that you're aligning your space, your atmosphere, your heart, I can release what's been waiting. There's been provision assigned to your home. There's been healing knocking at your door. There's been peace standing on your porch, but it couldn't enter until the old was cleared. Let me in. Let me into the rooms you haven't let anyone else into. Let me sit in your living room again. Let me be in the silence, in the routine, in the laughter, in the stillness, in the tears. Let me make your house into a place where heaven feels at home. You may not see everything change immediately, but you'll feel it. You'll feel the heaviness lift. You'll feel the tension break. You'll feel hope grow again. You'll feel me. I promise you that. I am not a God who teases. I am not a God who lies. When I say I'm coming into your home, I mean it. I don't come halfway. I come to dwell. I come to fill. I come to restore. You are not being dramatic. You're being awakened. That feeling in your chest right now, that's not anxiety. That's my spirit responding to yours. That's your soul realizing how long it's gone without true rest. And I am bringing it back now. Rest is returning. Peace is returning. Joy is returning. Not just for a moment, but to stay. You don't need a perfect house for my spirit to enter. You don't need spotless walls or flawless words. All I've ever wanted is your invitation. I will come into the mess. I will come into the quiet. I will come into the pain, the questions, the corners you've ignored. And when I do, I will not come to judge, I will come to restore. I will come to speak peace where fear used to whisper. I will come to plant joy where sorrow tried to root itself. I will make your home a place of my presence. I'm not just protecting the space around you. I'm renewing the heart within you. This is more than a house. This is a sanctuary. This is where I will dwell. This is where your prayers will rise like incense. This is where your praise will silence the darkness. This is where I will speak in the night and guide you by day. I've been waiting for this moment to be welcomed fully into the place you call home. Now lift your head, breathe deep, let go. This is the beginning. I am walking in. The air is changing, the atmosphere is responding. You made room, and now I will fill it, and you will never be the same again. This house belongs to the Lord. Let my glory remain. Let my peace stay. Let my name be lifted high here, now and always. I am home. I am home, and I will not leave. Not when the storm comes. Not when you feel unsure. Not when the world outside is loud and your heart is fragile. I am the same, yesterday, today, and forever. And if you make this space a place where my name is honored, I will cover it with a peace the world cannot take. I will shield it with my presence, and everything that rises against you will fall before me. Not one weapon formed against this house will prosper. Your obedience has opened something in the spirit. You may not see it yet, but something just broke. The tension, the fear, the silence, it's shifting. My angels have been released to surround your home. You've given me the invitation I've been waiting for, and now I will fill this place with my word, my love, and my power. The atmosphere is no longer owned by your past. It is now owned by my promise. This is the turning point. Not because you earned it, but because you believed. Not because you were strong, but because you surrendered. And in that surrender, I will do more than you asked for. I will do more than you imagined. I will begin to restore things you forgot how to pray for. I will bring reconciliation to places you thought were too broken. I will heal conversations, restore laughter, and give your home the sound of life again. Let your first words every morning begin with me. Let your last thoughts every night rest in me. And let your walls hold praise, not pain. Let your space be a reflection of heaven. That's what I've always wanted for your home to be a dwelling place for. My glory, not just a place you pass through. I will make this house a testimony. So trust me, walk with me, keep it holy. Guard what comes in and what stays. Choose worship over worry, prayer over panic, my truth over empty noise. If you do, you will see miracles here. You will see chains break here. You will see joy overflow here. This house is now covered. This home is now blessed.